everyone, it's Bella. Just going to upload, as promised, a little video about crystal skulls and star beings. Just a little introduction for those of you who would like to learn more. We'll look at star beings first. Probably some of you will recognise some of my star beings. On the end over here we've got Phantom. He's a very wise old being with lots of knowledge to share. Next to Phantom we've got Star. Star helps me to connect with the dolphin energies and energies of the sea. Next to Star we've got Dreamcatcher. Now Dreamcatcher's quite a shy and quiet personality. She needed a lot of reassuring when she arrived here, but she settled in nicely, and I think she feels quite confident now that she's sat next to Archimedes, a pink rose quartz star being. Dreamcatcher also helps to lend other people reassurance as well, and I think that's partly because she's made of tiger's eye. She's quite a protective being. Archimedes, as I said, pink rose quartz. And next to Archimedes we've got Aphrodite, named after the goddess of love. She's very, very loving star being. And then we've got my Scullies. Lots of you will recognise Fleur over here, little Fleurite. I don't know if you can see her rainbows in the video. She's got more and more rainbows since she's come to stay with us. Next to Fleur we've got Petal, Carnelian. She's one of the newer additions to our family. Next to Petal we've got Sparkles. Sparkles never looks quite as lovely on video or camera as she does in real life. She's blue goldstone and completely flecked with purple sparkles. Next to Sparkles we've got Winter, blue sodalite. Winter's kind of like Star in respect that he's really quite an old, wise being. Next to Winter we've got Autumn. She's Mookite Jasper. Some of you will probably recognise Autumn from the very, very different markings she has on every single side of her. Lots of beautiful markings. My favourite side of Autumn with all her zebra stripes. Next to Autumn was my very, very first crystal skull that I ever got. It was Marjorie. Marjorie is particularly special to me. Like I said, she's the first skull who arrived with us. I got her after a dream I had about Atlantis and crystal skulls, and followed that up with meditation. During the meditation I was given a pink rose quartz crystal skull, and I thought, I've always been a little bit nervous about crystal skulls, but maybe I shouldn't be. Maybe I should get one myself and find out more. And as you can see, look what's happened. Next to Marjorie we've got Darwin. Named Darwin because he looks kind of like a monkey from the side. Makes me think of evolution. Next to Darwin is little tiny Romulus, and on the end we've got the twins. Now Romulus and the twins came to me all together, and I'm very fortunate because for those of you who know about crystal skulls, these three have been in contact with Mitchell Hedges' crystal skull, which there's lots of speculation surrounding that skull, but essentially very powerful crystal skull. People can't work out how and why it was carved. Lots of legends surrounding it, and automatically you can feel the vibration of these three is different from the others. I could actually feel the package they arrived in shaking in my hands because they were just so powerful. So very interesting. Lastly is a very special skull who arrived with us yesterday. Now she's so tiny you will probably hardly believe that she's a skull at all, but here we go. This is Peaches. You can see how tiny she is. I'll put her down next to Fleur and Petal, who are one of our smaller skulls, and you might be able to get a little idea about just how tiny she is. Oh, there we go. There's tiny little Peaches in there. So these are all my crystal skulls and star beings. Now working with them, there's a number of things you can do. Some people like to hold their skulls for reassurance and for the various different aspects and energies that they can give you. What's a really good idea is to work with your skulls and try to find out what they will help you with. So for example, Marjorie, being rose quartz and being one of my first skulls, she really helps to just transmit endless love to you and to everyone who works with her and holds her actually. She's a very special skull, and once you work with your skulls a lot, you'll be able to hear them, what they say and what other sounds they make. Marjorie, I can hear her now, she just hums all the time. It's like she's literally resonating out the sound of love. So working with your skulls is really important, and holding them, getting to know them and knowing their different personalities. Fleur, on the other hand, some of you are quite familiar with Fleur. She used to be a flower fairy in a previous incarnation, and she's come into this incarnation now as a crystal skull to help us learn about the fairy realm. Fleur is very chatty, as some of you know, and gives us lots and lots of information about the fairy realm. Now, star beings, they like to be worked with in a similar way, although you do have to bear in mind that lots of crystal skulls and star beings do like to be worked with slightly differently. For example, Fleur and Petal, and often Sparkles and Autumn, love to come out with me quite a lot. Fleur particularly enjoys being in the rain, which is great for her, not so great for me. But Dreamcatcher, like I've said, she's quite shy, she's quite nervous, she's perfectly happy to work with me, but she's happy to do that from a distance. So if I work with her inside, that's fine. Sometimes she'll want me to pick her up, but that's quite rare. Normally I can just connect with her energetically from wherever I am, whether that's inside my house or whether I'm at work or out doing something else, and I'll energetically connect with her that way. It's just reassuring to know that she's there for support. So lots of different ways you can work with your star beings and crystal skulls, but what I would recommend is meditating with them all first. Get to know them, get to know their different personalities, get to know their names and how they would like you to work with them. For example, Aphrodite, named after the goddess of love, she's a very beautiful and friendly star being and really loves music. So if I go to band practice, she quite often likes to come to band practice with me and enjoys the music. Interesting because it's probably not the type of music that you would expect crystal skulls to be into, like film theme tunes and stuff, but it's music and we're all enjoying ourselves, so it's the vibration that's important. Any questions about crystal skulls, please let me know, and if you're drawn to any of mine in particular, I'd really love to know which ones and why. Hopefully I'll post another video again soon. Bye!